So as you can see, our next inductee has the longest name in America, and I have to announce it. So I've been trying to get this straight. It's Joe Giovannangeli from Concord High School. He started his career at Conval. Well, actually, I wrote a little bit down here just so I wouldn't forget. So Arthur, I'll just call him Gio, a 1966 graduate from Keene State, played basketball and golf while he was at Keene. He still holds the single-game record at Keene State for scoring 50 points in a game versus Castleton. Joe taught for 35 years at Conval, leading the Cougars to their first basketball and golf championships in 1985-86 season. Joe took his coaching talents to Jaffrey in 1993, where his basketball teams won 6 state championships in Division Class M in 15 years there. He stepped down from coaching in Jaffrey April of 2008 to take a job in Kennebuck High School in Maine. Before he left Conant, he had won 3 state championships in a row and had won 63 straight games. So when he left Conant, he had a 63-game winning streak going when he left. Unfortunately, Joe lives in Texas, and he was not in a position right now to be able to get back here. And he said his only living relatives also live down there with him. So he wanted me to congratulate all of the other inductees today. Had nothing but fond memories of his time coaching here in New Hampshire. Again, when you go to measure wins and losses, it's hard to find those records anymore. And I don't want to take away from the last 3 inductees, but if you start thinking about everybody you've heard about today, they all have a lot of similar qualities. And I think that's, the era that a lot of us grew up in, and I hear this all the time. The town backed the coach. The administration backed the coach. I got 2 funny stories about Joe. I happened to coach at Hopkinton at the same time when Joe was coaching. One of my best friends, actually my roommate in college, Ted Shipley, was coaching basketball at Castleton. And he calls me, he says, "Hey, Dave, I see you're going over to play Joe tonight in basketball over at Conant." He goes, "They have a 6'8" guy, Kyle Todd, heck of a player." He goes, "Can you talk to him and find out who's recruiting him?" I said, "Yeah, I'll ask." So I said, "Joe, who's recruiting Todd?" He goes, "Well, he's got two people right now." I'm like, "Well, who are they?" He goes, "Home Depot and Lowe's." and this was the kind of comedian that Joe was, And I'll finish with this. His last year, when he was in the midst of this long winning streak, we played him twice during the regular season. He beat us by 37 at Hopkinton, and they beat us by 40 at Conant, and I draw him in the quarterfinals. So I say to my players, "Hey, do we want to try to win this game, or do you want to just play?" And they said, "Let's try to win." So we go out and we miss an uncontested layup to start the game. They go score 2 points. We hold the ball at half court for 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Everybody at Plymouth is ready to, take care of me. But so we go into the second quarter. We get the ball first. We miss a layup. They score twice. It's 6-0. We hold the ball at half court. Now Joe plays a 2-3 zone, and everybody's in the crowd is screaming and hollering, "Go play, go play." We start the third quarter. I think the score was something like 16-8 at the end of 3, and Joe still sits into this 2-3 zone, and we're sitting at half court holding the ball. And after the game, the people are like, "Why didn't you go play?" He goes, "I had a lead." Why would I do? And that's how stubborn Joe was. I think the final score was 26-18, and I was in the superintendent's office the next day because we weren't playing. But Joe was a great guy. He is a great guy. He got the most out of his players, and we'll be shipping his ring down. Thank you.